Good morning, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Today's Friday, January the 7th, 2022. Finally made it to Friday. It's a pretty cold day here for our city. I think it's like 30 degrees. I know it's not too bad compared to other parts of the country, but for down here, it's pretty cold. And it's windy too, so it feels a lot colder. Um, there's a lot of inclement weather going on around the country. I know, especially up there in the East Coast, up there in Kentucky, uh, the bluegrass area. A lot of cold weather, and it's basically all over the country. This cold weather, very weird weather. Um, Now here in our city, we're having potential. They're already putting out in the media in statements that we might have power shortages or something like that, something to that effect. ERCOT was announcing because uh, not so much with the power with the because we have coal powered plants. They're talking about the natural gas that they're having problems, and it's not even because of issues with their. I think they're talking about winterization, that their machinery is not winterized or something like that for to produce natural gas when it's cold. But we've been having it's not like this is the first year that we've had cold weather. We've had bitter cold winters before, and there was never any problem. So that's something to keep an eye on, and I'll try to find the link and I'll leave that in the description. Right now, guys, the health crisis continues. Numbers are continuing to rise. You got very long lines of people getting tested. Like they have free testing sites, and people are in their cars, and these lines stretch. I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but uh, the one that's by my work, it was at least a quarter mile long. I mean, and they had to turn into the side streets, into the neighborhoods. That's how long those lines were. Um, and so I think that's why the numbers are very high, are so high. They're talking about that the new variant, they have all these high numbers. Now we still have flu season. We still have people still get colds. Excuse me. People still have allergies, stuff like that, and they have been. I've had family members, friends that have gone to the doctor and they did not test positive. So uh, it seems like everybody that gets tested for COVID gets a positive result. Um, Now there's also been talk of the unvaccinated uh, not getting the treatment as compared to somebody that's vaccinated when they go to the hospitals or the doctor, and I know that's a fact. My wife and I, well, especially my wife, they treated her very badly when we had COVID this summer. She she went to the doctor because she needed the test, or at least, and her breathing issues and stuff like that. But they gave her a very hard time. And a couple of days ago, my daughter took my grandson to the doctor because he was very sick. He had a high fever and stuff, and so she took him to the hospital, and they like really made her wait a long time. They From what she told me, it was there. They were kept asking her about him getting vaccinated, and why wasn't he vaccinated, and just stuff like that, and really gave her a runaround, and took them hours before they finally gave her a room. And so there is some kind of um, people that are not vaccinated are being treated different, at least from my experience, from what I've seen, and also other stories from people that are that's what they're experiencing. They're not they're being treated very different. There'll be people that are vaccinated will be seen first. That's the way it is. Um, I've had my sister tell me the same thing. At the hospitals, that's what they're doing. Is people that are uh, vax, they're gonna get seen first. They're I'm pretty much gonna get treated better. So the numbers continue to get high, go higher. Um, but like I said, we're in flu season also. So the thing is that people get scared when they get sick now. We've been hammered by the media about this health crisis, and so anytime people get sick, they automatically think that they have COVID. Even though, if, in my opinion, um, just stay home, guys. Stay home and get some sunshine, move around, uh, try to, do like we've been doing for years and years before this health crisis came along. Um, we were sick, we didn't go to work or we didn't go to school. We stayed away from each other because we're sick. Um, so there's a lot of panic. It seems like, uh, and it's weird because it honestly this came all of a sudden to me. This Omicron seems to me like it's less severe than the Delta, um, or whatever you want to call it. Uh, but it seems to me, in my opinion, it seems to me like it's being hyped up a lot more. I don't know. It's because it was dying down. The It seemed like people had got into the flow of things or whatever. But I was not expecting for the media blitz and how people have reacted. Excuse me. People have. I mean, they're going out and getting tested. Very long lines, and anything happens to them, any kind of signs of illness, and they automatically think that they have one of the variants or whatever. So, for my family and I, we continue to. This is just us, right? This is not medical advice, but we take. Now, I've been hearing a lot of stories about vitamin D3, about how it's toxic. I read up on it. I've read up on uh, several websites, several doctors that I listen to, um, that I respect their opinions and the work that they do, and so we supplement with vitamin D3. Uh, I take 5,000 units a day, international units. I take a supplement, um, for old geezers like me, for guys over 50, you know, um, and vitamin C. I drink lemon and water every morning. When I get up, um, I drink warm water with lemon. Um, Sometimes, um, I'll chop up a garlic clove. I'll chop it up, let it sit there for 2 or 3 minutes, and put it on a spoon, and I'll put some raw honey on it, and I'll take it. That's the way I do it. But and we keep sweets to a minimum, like to the lowest minimum you can. We don't need a lot of sweets here, because we understand that sugar, um, will get you sick. Um, Sugar will make your blood acid. You know what I'm saying? It You want your pH levels more alkali. So I'm sure y'all understand this, but that's what we do, and we drink a lot of water. So right now it's and you know what, guys? In these past 2.5, 2 years or whatever, going on 2 years, um, we have not really got sick. My wife and I did get uh tested positive for COVID in the summer, and we did have the symptoms that they had put down. Um, Now, could it have been a flu? Yeah, I mean it could have been a regular flu, but I don't recall. At least I never thought about it before when I had gotten the flu in the past. Um, whether I could smell or not, I never thought about it. But um, we got over it fine. We just supplemented. We took vitamin I also, and the vitamin I, you know what I'm talking about, guys. And so our 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 mind frame, our when we get sick mentally, if we get sick, is we just we don't panic, or we don't you know and I understand it's hard to do not to do that. With all the media hype and all that, we understand that it's very easy to get caught up in it, and like wonder, like, oh my god, do I have, you know is it going to be serious or whatever? Are we going to get very sick? But anyway, guys, um I keep saying this, that I'm seeing a lot of parallels to 2020 in March, right? Uh, there just came out another story. More right here, the NBA team, the San Antonio Spurs. They got players that are going to be out. We got, I think, what was it, the the Grammys, or some I don't know, some show is has been canceled, or to 2023, something like that. I just read it, but all these things, just like in 2020, guys, it's happening, where they're being canceled, they're being moved. You know, uh, so we have a lot of teachers that are not going to work, back to work, here in San Antonio. One of the largest school districts had to push back their schedule for when the kids come back from the winter break. So I'm seeing a lot of parallels to 2020. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. Um, Also, of course, the inflation that's going on is it's crazy. Gas ticked down a little bit. It's like at 277, 275, but it's still way higher than it was a couple of weeks ago. Um, Food prices are crazy. Like I said, we're seeing it now. So our food, the money that we usually pay for food, I mean, it's a lot more. Um, there was a great video yesterday from Alaska Prepper. It was a short list of things that we need to get, or you need to get, everyday items that might be hard to get later, or raise in price very fast, like soap, shampoo, stuff like that, stuff that we use, that we take for granted, toothpaste. Um, when it's on his playlist. I mean, you'll see it. Just go to Alaska Prepper and you'll see it. It just came out yesterday. Um, and another thing, guys, yeah, we're doing that as well. We're just prepping up on, stocking up on things that we really kind of take for granted. Another thing that they didn't mention in that video was underclothes, like socks, underwear, or whatever you wear, boxer briefs. The women, same thing, underclothes. Uh, it's it's kind of easy to just take it for granted what you got, but um, you never know. You never know when it might be hard to get, guys. So, of course, I prices have really gone up on those kind of stuff. The underclothes. I wear undershirts. So does my son. So, we're always we go through those a lot. Um, Guys, just keep stocking up. We're in the winter. You don't know when something happens. Accidents happen, blackouts happen, but right now there's a war on humanity. You know this. We're under a psychological war, psychological operation. Um, that's my opinion, and the evidence is there. This is a planned attack on humanity. Um, they're very subtle about it. Most people don't understand that they don't have to be firing bullets at you to be at war with you. Uh, and the evidence is all around us that they are at war with us. So just keep stocking up, get right with God, study psychology, read your Bible. To me, the Bible is psychology. It's part of how you look at life and stuff. So strengthen yourself and take care of your family, and always be looking around you. Look at your surroundings and see what's going on. Try to stay on top of it. The media will tell you what the agenda is. So that's the only reason I watch it, because I want to see what they're coming up with next. There's a lot going on all over the world, guys. Australia, Never Lose Truth, uh, is posting great videos about what's going on in Australia. Also with weather in Colorado, for with fires and stuff. There's so much going on, especially with the weather. But we can only handle one thing at a time. Uh, take care of your house first, of course. Your spiritual health, your physical health. Take care of your family, and that's what we're doing. Um, we cannot worry about every single thing every nanosecond. So you just kind of go with the flow. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I've been on high alert for years, but especially in March of 20, really February of 2020 is when it seems like I've been on alert 24/7, and really you got to be like that. But you also got to live your life and be put your knowledge you're learning and the things that you're put them to use. Apply it to your life and just be ready. I mean, just that's all we can do, guys. So anyway, y'all take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.